Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be doing an unboxing. The last video I did was an unboxing. We unboxed this one, Judge Dredd, I Am the Law. During the course of that unboxing I discovered that there was another game from 2000 AD that Warlord has done called Strontium Dog. Well, it's actually called this. Strontium Dog, the Good, the Bad and the Mutie. Okay, here we are with Strontium Dog, the Good, the Bad and the Mutie. Let's get my knife of opening and slice open the box. And there are some differences with this one, Judge Dredd. This came out before Judge Dredd. This was the first of the Warlord and Rebellion 2000 AD games, I believe. So that is the box cover. We have Johnny Alpha and Wolf Sternhammer, plus a few of the bad guys in the bag. Let's turn over and see what we get. And it says the fast-paced tabletop miniatures game. This fast-paced tabletop miniatures game allows 2 or more players to fight out scenes from the Strontium Dog universe, defined by legendary comic creators John Wagner and Carlos Esquerra. I hope I pronounced his name right. Players take control of a small team of bounty hunters, or the outlaws, criminals and renegades they hunt in gun battles, chases and showdowns across the galaxy. This starter game is based around the classic confrontation between mutant search-destroy agents, aka Strontium Dogs, who are made up of Johnny Alpha and Wolf Sternhammer, and the infamous Max Bubba's gang, a pivotal storyline within the pages of the galaxy's greatest comic, 2000 AD. Containing all the game rules, a scenario booklet to help you learn the game and refight the SD agent showdown with their mutant foes, as well as superbly detailed miniatures to fight over the Solar Farm scenery. This is a great way to get started with your Strontium Dog games. So this starter box contains a 112-page full-colour A4 softback rulebook, 12-page scenario booklet, 8 metal miniatures, yes, metal miniatures with 25mm round bases, 2 plastic token sprues, 36 game cards, 6 character cards, laser cut MDF Solar Farm, 2 6-sided dice and 8 2000 AD combat dice. So the characters we get are Skull, Max Bubba, Impetigo Jones, Lowdown O'Fee and Brute Mosley, along with the Strontium Dog team of Johnny Alpha, Wolf Sternhammer and the Gronk. So let us turn this box over and open up. Oh, very similar, as you can see, to the Judge Dredd game. We have tokens here. We have various cards. We have minis. We have bases. We have dice. The box was packed by Mirella, as you can see, so thank you for that one. I was watching some videos for Judge Dredd a couple of days ago, and they had the same idea as me of actually keeping hold of these and using the names for judges later on. So it's must be a common thing. So we have this scenario booklet. There we go. We have the rule book. And we have this. So I'll put that to one side for the time being. Put the box to one side for the time being. And let's have a look at the rule. In fact, let's not have a look at the rule book first. Let's have a look at the scenario book first. Let me just raise this a little bit. Just raised it and changed the angle slightly. So here we are, the good, the bad and the Mutie. So here we are, we have an introduction, we have the SD agency, and we have the outlaws. Obviously you can get more of each of the SD agency and the outlaws, but here we have scenario 1, the good. So it gives all the information of what we need. And then we get the bad. And surprisingly, we have the Mutie. So they... Oh, and we have an extra scenario called Hell World. Yeah, so these are characters that we need to get to play this one. And then we get a game turn sheet. So this tells us how we do each turn. So put that scenario book to one side and we'll get out the rule book. And this, like the Judge Dredd book, is, as I've just found out, incredibly easy to look at. It's very easy on the eye. You've got some nice illustrations, some images of the minis in terrain. Now, do we have any scenarios in this as well, like we had in the in the Judge Dredd one? It looks like we do. Yes, we do. It says scenarios up here, so yeah, I would assume that this is a scenarios page. Now, I'm not really too well up on the Strontium dog universe. I've not, as I said in the Judge Dredd unboxing, it's one I didn't really read. I did read them, but it was just sort of like an in-passing thing. I wasn't a big fan of a Strontium dog, but I'm making up for it as we go because I have got the Strontium dog collection on my tablet, so I've been having a read. So we know that his eyes can change colour, but I'm just probably going to do them as the standard white. So there are other minis you can get. So you've got other mutants, you've got other SD agents. You know, you've got plenty to work with these. So there we are. Again, a really nice book. I've got to say one thing, these games, I don't know what all Warlord games are like, because I don't think I have, the only other Warlord game I think I have is the Doctor Who one, but these games in particular have really, really nice rule books, so I'm not sure whether all Warlord game books are like this, but if they are, brilliant. So let's just lower the camera a little bit. There we go, and we can have a look at the cards. First off, we have the character cards. So we have Brute Mosley, got all his stats here, all his weapon stats, associates, allies and enemies, and all that. And on the back we have, low down no fee. So we have, have I picked two cards up here? I have, sorry. So Brute Mosley, and on the other side we have Skull. Okay, so these are double-sided cards. I think it would have been better if they were individual cards, but I suppose it cuts down on having the table surface or the gaming surface too clogged up. So again, all the stats and everything, his associates, allies and enemies, and his weapon stats. And then we have Impetigo Jones. And Lowdown Ophi. And then we have Max Bubba. Now Max Bubba, being the main boss rather than a henchman, has a double-sided card. So you get all the stats and everything on this side, and then on the other side you get a profile, all his associates, allies and enemies. And then we'll go over to the SD agents. We have Johnny Alpha with his stats, everything, and then his profile and his associates, allies and enemies. And then Wolf Sternhammer. There we go. And back of the card. And then finally the Grunk. And his profile on the back. There we go. So that's the player cards. I'll pop them back into the, oops, plonking the camera in the process. We'll pop these back into the envelope, wallet, whatever you want to call it. There we go. And then we have these cards. Are they all the same? Yep, these are Chicanery Cards. And not go through them all in detail, but we'll just have a look at a few. You've got your difference, you've got your name or the name of the card, a little bit of instruction on how to use it, seen from the cartoon strip, and a little icon at the bottom, or two little icons at the bottom. Not quite sure what the icons mean, but again, it doesn't matter. I must admit the cardstock on these are really, really nice as well. Get in. There we are. And finally we have these. Oops. And these cards, once I get them out of the envelope, I'm going to have to get something else to put these in, I think, because I don't think these are going to stay in that, because I think they're going to rip. These are the Emery Cards. So again, we have the name of the card, explanation of how it's used, seen from the comic strip, a little icon, and how you use it. So in this case it's used with a move or sprint and it remains in play. This one is used with throw and remains in play. So there we are. There we go, that's the Emery Cards. Now let's see if we can get these back into its little wallet. Oh yeah, came out, oh, what goes back in a lot easier than it came out. Right, next up we have the dice. And again, like the Judge Dredd ones, it's the what you may call it, the personalised D6s with the shields, hits, markers and the 2000 AD logo on the on each side. I think you'll have 3 hits, 1, 2, 3 hits, 2 shields and the 2000 AD logo to make up the D6s. Alright, and then we have 2 little standard D6. And again, these are so light you hardly know you're holding them. Much the same as the 2 dice that are in the Judge Dredd game. Now, before we go any further, let's have a look at this. Raise the camera a little. Here we are. So we have the Strontium Dog Scenery set, and this is from Sarissa. So, as we know, Sarissa, really good quality MDF scenery. Whoops. Just caught something then, I don't know what. So yeah, here we go. At the moment we've got, this looks like it's the tower there. It's on the back. But you can make these 4 little solar panels, the shed and the wind generator as well, in all this kit. So I will be putting this together on camera. I've decided to do it on camera because, why not? So I'll be doing that in a later video. I'll go through each step on how to make those. So let's lower the camera again. Right, now we have bases. Ta-ta-ta. But yeah, it's exactly the same type of bases. Just a standard base, and probably might do something similar with them. Yet I'm not sure how. To be honest though, let's have a look at the minis first so we can make a decision. Because these minis are metal and was packed by Chuck. So we have 2 more names for judges there. So let's have a look what we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the scenario booklet, and then I can find out who these characters are, because as I said, I'm not well up on Strontium Dog. So we have this character who is Skull. Oh yeah. And I suppose he's Skull because I don't know if it's a mask or his actual face. His head looks like a skull. It's just a skull. Doesn't look as though there's any skin on it. The mutants, which probably isn't a mask. It's probably a mutation. But looking at these now, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do with these, so I'm going to be gluing these straight on the bases as they are, because that's going to be a bit thick to get through, and I'm probably not going to get the same level of bond with these gluing if I snip the bases off. So I might do this, might put this on and then build up around it to make it look like it's like a sandy, deserty kind of look, the way they have here. You see what I mean? So I'll probably do that. So that's Skull. Next we have Low Down Ophi. So I'm not quite sure whether it's what do you call it, normal size legs but a very narrow, very small body, or long legs and a short body combined. but there we are, that's the mutation. Next we have Untitled Chapter, and we have a weapon here for him. So that's his weapon, by the look of it. Nope, that's the weapon, that's his weapon. Something like that. So, yeah, that's Impetigo Jones. I guess his face is covered in bandages. And then we have Brute Mosley, and that is his weapon. Some form of weird mutation guy. I'm not quite sure what he's supposed to be. He's like a cow or something like that, bull. I don't know. As you can see, legs are quite shiny, torso is quite dull. So what I'm going to have to do is exactly the same as I did with the Judge Dredd minis. Put these in a bit of warm water with a bit of dish soap in it, and just give it a quick scrub with a toothbrush, an old toothbrush, to get all the release agents off, and hopefully it will look a lot nicer, you know, more uniform, and that way when we come around to painting, the paint will stick. So we've had a look at these with the showing you who's, but this is Brute and Impetigo's guns. And finally we have the leader of this particular gang, Max Bubba. We have a couple of flash bits of flashing to take care of, but again nothing that's too difficult to sort out. So that's Max Bubba, and then we'll start on the Search and Destroy team, and this is the Gronk, or just Gronk. Not quite sure which it is because it's referred to as both. Yeah. And then Wolf Sternhammer. And he's actually holding something which does have a little bit of detail on. And finally the man himself, Johnny Alpha. Oh, there we are. All we have to do now is work out how to paint these and whatnot to make them look fairly decent. Must admit, I'm not a great fan of painting metal minis, but there we are. But these are quite solid. The Judge Dredd ones, I've noticed when actually preparing them and painting them, were a little bit bendy. But we'll see what these are like when we get around to painting them. Hopefully they'll paint up rather nicely. So they're the minis, and let's just have a quick look at the whatchamacall these tokens. So we have different tokens. We have these black ones, but we'll have a look at the red ones because you'll be able to see those better on this background. So we have tokens with 1 to 6, and these are, if you've got like 6 characters, you can place them beside each one so you know in larger games who's activated, from what I gather. These are characters that have been killed. These ones are being fast. These are in like an Overwatch mode, if I remember rightly. These tokens for characters who are dazed. These are for hero characters or high, cool, notorious, I'm not sure exactly which, but they're for specific characters, and these for like henchmen, things like that. These are for characters that are, oh dear God, gone to ground. Can't quite remember. And these are just your health characters. So there we are. All of these tokens are the same on both, in fact on all of the sprues, even the Judge Dredd ones. They're just different colours. So now we've got 4 different colours. We can have 4-player games if we needed to. On the back we have near enough exactly the same, in fact they are exactly the same on the back than they are on the front. Same design except on these activation tokens, which have the 2000 AD logo on them. These ones I will not be painting. I'm just going to leave them like this because these ones will go in a bag and get jiggled about, and they will get damaged. And these I think will also get a little bit damaged if I try painting them. I don't really see the point. They're just tokens. They're not plain pieces, so or they're not plain proper minis. So I'm going to leave these as a without any paint. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. There are painting videos started for Judge Dredd. Once I've done those, I will be making a start on the Strontium dog. And then once we've got these through, we can start doing other things as well. But that's it for this video. These things with the names on them, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the Judge Dredd box and I'm going to put them in there with the other one. So when we get any street judges, extra street judges, they will be named. So what I'll do is I'll probably either write the name or actually cut out the name and put them on the bottom of the base. Not quite sure yet what I'll do with them, but I'll do something. Because obviously the badges are way too small to be able to write the name on. But that's how it's going to go. Anyway, as I said, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to more from Warlord games with the Judge Dredd and the Strontium dog. And I'm really hoping that one of the games they do, if they're going to carry on with the 2000 AD collaborations, is the ABC Warriors. That is one comic strip that I really enjoyed reading. But there's plenty to work with. There is another Judge Dredd game, and I cannot for the life of me think what it's called. Helter Skelter, I believe it's called, and the Strontium dog and a Strontium dog team is also in that, plus a Slain team. So we might have a Slain game coming from Warlord, who knows. Then there's Rogue Trooper. There are plenty options, because 2000 AD has been running for a while. Anyway, as I said, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye. for now.